Hey y'all, welcome back to my Power Tools for Beginners series. In this video series, I walk you step by step through using different power tools that you may have never tried before to help you learn how to use them and give you the confidence to try them out in your home. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my very favorite painting tools ever, the Wagner Sidekick Power Roller. In this video, I will show you how to set the Sidekick up, I'll show you how to use it, and most importantly, I'll show you how to clean it when you're done. So, follow along to learn how to use the tool and see how the nursery turns out. To assemble your Sidekick, you're going to take this main piece and bring it right up next to your paint can. There's a little ledge here. The paint can's going to go right on top of it. You have your little yellow holder for the pump. You're going to take this pump, put it all the way to the very bottom of the paint can, and click it into place. Make sure it's nice and sturdy, and make sure it's touching the bottom of the paint can. So this is essentially holding the paint can in place. The paint will come up through this pump, through this long hose, and all the way to your roller. You can see that there's holes here where it allows the paint to go through. You're going to put your roller cover on here, like so. Click it into place, and you are ready to paint. Okay, so let's chat about how to actually use this thing. Once you set it up, which as you can see is very simple, all you have to do is turn it on at the base, and then push this button, and wait for the paint to start coming through. Once it gets here, you'll start to see it seeping up on the roller. Once that happens, I'm gonna roll it on here until I get it nice and covered. Then I'm gonna turn it off and paint until I run out. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, as you can see, it takes a few seconds for the paint to get all the way up to the top. And then once it does, you're gonna wanna just roll along the wall until you can see that it's not making these little striations anymore. It's fully saturated. Now my roller is all the way saturated. I'm gonna paint until I run out of paint, and then I'll load it back up. All right, so as you can see, I'm starting to get really thin coverage here, so I'm gonna reload my roller. I'm gonna come over to this side so you can see. All that I have to do is push my button. Here we go. Once my coverage looks good again, I'm ready to paint. So I'm just going to continue this process of rolling until my coverage is low, hitting the button, rolling it a bit, and then turning it back off until the whole room is painted. Okay, so it's the moment you have all been waiting for, the cleanup. First, I will note, the instructions that come with any of Wagner's products are always fantastic. I have this little quick start guide that shows you how to clean. I have it with me every time I clean, and I follow the process just to be sure I didn't miss anything. So I'm gonna follow it as we go. So step number one, make sure that you have a big 5-gallon bucket full of soapy water, usually do warm water. Submerge suction tube into the cleaning solution. So you're gonna take it out of the paint can and put it over into the cleaning solution. And then I just drop this in there. The next step is to take the roller cover off. You can just put it in here so that you can clean it. Then you're gonna take the roller arm and put it back into the container, because now we're gonna make sure that we don't waste any paint. We're gonna run it all the way through, and this will pump paint that's in here back into the container. So we're gonna run it for 15 seconds. That's it. Here we go. So once I've run this through and I know that there isn't a lot of paint left in my hose, I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna make sure to get all the stray paint off of it, and I'm gonna hang it on my bucket like so. So now I can remove this paint can because it's not doing anything anymore. There we go. So now I've got both the suction and the roller arm cover in my warm soapy water. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this on, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna let this warm soapy water pump through the hose and back into the bucket for 10 minutes. Here we go. So the next step is to disassemble the roller cover and all of the mechanisms that go on this. I've already thrown away my cover, pulled this apart, cleaned it off really fast, it's done. So our final step is to get rid of all of the excess water that's left in this hose. So I've taken the suction part out of the bucket and I put the roller arm back into the bucket. And then I'm gonna run it for another couple of minutes just to ensure that all of the water travels through the hose and back in the bucket. So everything is clean except for this guy. All I've got to do is take this off, clean it in my sink, and I'm done. So this process took, I would say, 20 minutes-ish, but very little of it was actual active work on my part. It was just a lot of sitting around and waiting. So I'm gonna clean this off, I'm gonna wrap it up, and then I'm ready to put it away. That's all there is to it.